if I told you that even spending just a few minutes in meditation can restore your inner peace and bring you calm? And don't worry, anyone can meditate. You do not need to be an expert in this. I personally have been meditating for over a year now, and I will tell you it's definitely a journey, but anyone can do it. So it's simple, it's free, you don't need any sort of special equipment. You can also literally meditate anywhere. So you could be walking, you could be riding on the bus, commuting to work, grocery shopping, or even some people have talked about meditating in the middle of a busy meeting. And fun fact, I recently watched a TED Talk by Dr. Sarah Lazar, and she is a neuroscientist. You can physically change your brain from meditation. And this is what her research has shown. So by meditating, it increases the size of key regions within your brain. And these key regions are associated with memory, empathy, compassion, and resilience under stress. Next, I will be getting into 12 life-changing benefits of meditating. And I hope by the end of this, it convinces all of you even to just try meditating 30 seconds in the morning before you get out of bed, or as you're walking to work, or as you're grocery shopping. I am challenging all of you to try and incorporate at least 10 minutes in every day, but if you only have a few minutes, then that is better than nothing. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into it. So number one, I think I already made this one clear. Meditation can overall reduce your stress. This is one of the most common reasons that individuals will meditate. I will say stress and anxiety was one of the reasons I became interested in it. Chronic stress does increase your cortisol levels, which does impact your sleep, blood pressure, and your overall health. A 2017 review of 45 other studies, it found that various forms of meditation will decrease those psychological markers for stress, such as like decreasing your cortisol levels and a decrease in heart rate. This is another big impact for meditation, so it will help you control your anxiety. There is another study to back this up. So in 2014, there was a study conducted with 1,300 adults, and it found that meditation helped them reduce their overall anxiety levels. And these were individuals that experienced like a high baseline of anxiety. So I also just want to clarify, I can leave some TED Talks below that you can watch on anxiety. Anxiety is normal, and without it, you would not be human. So you don't want to entirely get rid of anxiety, but meditation will help reduce that high baseline of anxiety that makes various tasks almost like debilitating. So if you're interested in learning more about anxiety, you can check that out. But this is another big reason to start meditating. So if you're interested in controlling your anxiety, you should definitely try meditating. Emotional health is extremely important. It's just as important as your physical health. Meditation helps lead to a more positive self-image and increased emotional well-being. And another study to back this up. So there was a study conducted on 3,500 adults, and all of them participated in mindfulness meditation. And at the end of it, it showed that this reduced their symptoms of depression. Meditation also helps you increase your self-awareness. So throughout meditation, I think it's really important that you ask yourself different questions. So depending on the different types of forms of meditation that you implement, it may prompt you with different questions. You can also do different journaling entries instead if you aren't interested in that type of meditation. But this just helps you build a deeper understanding of yourself and also deepens your relationships with others. So I think it's important through life if you do just prompt yourself and like understand your why. Why are you in this specific career? Why are you doing XYZ? I think it's just important that when you are doing something, you understand your intent behind it and you're not just in autopilot. So that's another thing that meditation helps a lot with, is it takes you out of all autopilot mode and brings you to the present moment. And there are various meditation techniques out there that do help you redirect any self-defeating or negative thoughts that you do have, and that will just help you build a better relationship, not even with others, but also with yourself. And if you are curious, like how long do you have to meditate for these various benefits to take their effect. There was a 2019 study conducted that showed with just 2 weeks of meditation, it alleviated participants' feelings of loneliness and increased their social interactions. So it obviously isn't going to start like with one time of meditating, but I think this is really cool to see that, like, wow, even just like 14 days of meditating increases your overall well-being. And that's just one different sector that study was specifically focusing on, but I think even just like 2 weeks of meditating will increase overall a lot of different areas in your life. So this is a big one that I'm sure a lot of people out there will love. Meditating also improves your attention. I think that's also so important in our day and age where there's so many different things trying to grab your attention and suck you in, and scrolling, which I am also a culprit for, is such a bad habit. There is a form of meditation called focused attention, and honestly most of meditation will focus your attention on different areas. It'll say like if you're walking, then focus on the movement of walking, or it'll focus on like your breathing, and then like a body scan. Like there's different areas that meditation will focus on, but overall meditation really practices attention. And this is almost like a workout but for your brain, and it will increase your overall cognitive function. So who doesn't love that? And we have another study to back this one up as well. So a study found that just meditating for 13 minutes, kind of a random number, but for 13 minutes for 8 weeks increased participants' overall attention and memory. So 8 weeks is a little bit longer than 2 weeks, but it's also not impossible. And I think that's a really good challenge for yourself. If you are looking to increase your attention and your memory, then why don't you give meditation a try? Okay, so reason number 6 to meditate is that it may also reduce your age-related memory reduction as well. So there was a specific study conducted on a form of meditation called Kayan. And this is a form of meditation that also incorporates finger movement. This type of meditation has been linked to improved memory performance in older adults. So lots of memory and attention benefits with meditation. Meditation also promotes an increase in kindness and compassion, which don't we all just need more of that in the world right now, especially? So meditation that focuses on loving and kindness has been shown in 22 different studies to increase your compassion and kindness to others as well as to yourself over time. So I think that's really important because I could go on and on about self-compassion, and if you are interested in self-compassion and vulnerability, I highly recommend checking out Brené Brown and her book series if you haven't heard of her. But yes, just another reason to meditate is to not only be kind and have more compassion for other people, but in turn you will also have more compassion for yourself. Okay, number 8, this was an interesting one. I didn't realize that this was even a possibility when I was starting my research. So meditation also helps individuals with addiction. And I find this really fascinating because I think a lot of us nowadays are struggling with social media addiction. So there's been a specific study focusing on like alcohol consumption, but even this will apply to any type of addiction. Overall, the big takeaway from this is that meditation helps with improving your self-control and reduces your craving. So a 2018 study linked meditation to lower levels of stress and psychological distress, as well as lower cravings for alcohol in recovering alcoholics. And addiction, I think, is an over-encompassing thing, and it can kind of relate to whatever that is a personal experience for you. Like I said, I think it's important to also remember addiction can even be social media. So if you find that you are scrolling too much on social media, then I highly recommend giving meditation a try, because it'll help not only with your attention, but also with your self-control and reduce those cravings that you have towards that addiction. Okay, number 9. So another reason to meditate is it improves your overall sleep, which This is a big one. I know there are quite a few people out there that struggle with sleep for various different reasons. Another thing you can do on top of meditation is exercise. I could do a whole nother video on that, but that will also help you sleep better. But we'll just focus on meditation for now. There was a 2014 study that was conducted, and it found that mindfulness meditation helped people not only fall asleep faster, it also helped them stay asleep longer. And this just overall reduced participants' experience of insomnia. And this was versus a control group. So I think this is another reason that's just so powerful, because if you feel like not being able to sleep is out of your control, one of the main reasons that sometimes we find we're not able to sleep is because our thoughts will be spiraling. And believe me, I've been there. If I have something really important the next day and I'm just staying awake thinking about it nonstop, I will not be able to fall asleep. But meditation really helps you focus on your breathing, and it also trains you to redirect those negative thoughts and almost like watch them pass by like clouds. One of the really big analogies of meditation is remembering we all have a blue sky, and those thoughts are like clouds in the sky, but they're always going to be passing. We don't necessarily have to pay attention to them. They're always going to be there, but we can just see them go by, acknowledge, and let them go. This is a big one and also really cool. This was another lesson that I learned in my research for meditation. So meditation helps manage pain, and it actually reduces your experience of pain. So a 2017 review of 38 different studies found that mindfulness meditation reduces the client's overall pain, improves their quality of life, and also alleviated their psychological symptoms of depression. And this was all in patients that had chronic pain. So if you are experiencing chronic pain, or you know someone who is experiencing chronic pain, definitely give meditation a try. And why don't you even share this video with them and try and help convince them to meditate? Because I know even though meditation is becoming a little bit more mainstream, I think there's still a bit more hesitancy towards it. I think a lot of people don't realize how big of an impact such a short amount of time actually has on your overall life. So with that being said, why don't you share that with any of your friends? Make sure to give this video a share to someone you love and just help them improve their overall life. Many of us may not be experiencing high blood pressure right now, but I think this is something that is definitely not uncommon, and a lot of us will experience in our lifetime. So why not be proactive and try and reduce it before it occurs? I am all for proactive than reactive. So a 2015 study showed that meditation will reduce your blood pressure by regulating your nervous system that controls functions of your heart and your stress response. I think this is one of the most simple things that you can do to improve your life. You can meditate at any time and anywhere, and you don't need to have any sort of special equipment. You don't need to buy anything from anyone. There are definitely apps and other tools out there that can help supplement meditation and give those guided meditations to help you, which I really enjoy personally. But I think it's important to recognize that you can just do it anywhere, anytime. Okay, so if you've made it this far and you've gone through all 12 life-changing reasons to meditate, thank you. We love having you here in this community, and don't forget to subscribe for more life-changing habits. And if you are interested in getting started in meditation, then definitely check out the description box down below, because I will have 4 different steps that you can just take to quickly get started. So when you get started with meditation, just remember, don't judge yourself while you're meditating. This will only just increase your stress and anxiety, which meditation is supposed to mitigate. I think it's an important reminder that your mind will wander, and that's okay. That's totally normal. And every time it does wander, all you have to do is just bring it back to focus your attention on whatever you're focusing on, whether that's a body scan, your breath, or any physical sensation. And each time you do bring your focus back, it's almost like a muscle rep for your brain, because this is when you're training your focus and your attention. And Big reminder, there is no right or wrong way to meditate. What's important is that you just show up and you meditate every day and you make it a habit. Even just a few minutes can transform your overall mental and physical well-being, as all of those studies have shown. So what are you waiting for? Try meditating today. I challenge you to try meditating right after watching this video, and let me know in the comments down below how that experience felt for you and what was your favorite takeaway from this video. And if you found this video helpful, I would really appreciate if you give it a big thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any more personal growth and wellness tips. And as always, everything will always be backed up by science. And just a reminder, all of those links for all of the studies I mentioned are in the description below. So make sure to check out the description if you're interested in reading up on any of the studies in more detail. And I will see you guys next Sunday.